be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and helps support the show. Now, what is it, Planeswalkers? Theoric 6 back with more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today, we're going to be playing the Landfall event thing, but first, some bad news. We didn't hit 50 on yesterday's video. I'm sorry, I know. It does reset the counter. I know some people are really looking forward to me talking stupidly for an entire video, but you know, I gotta you know, stay true to it. I wanted to do it, but we only hit 40, which is unfortunate. But let's move past that. The light counter is back to 0 out of 5. Let's see if we can get it to 5 out of 5. Now, once again, all you gotta do is every video gotta get to 50 likes by the time I record the next video. So today we're playing the good old-fashioned Landfall event. Now, I guess I should actually go through the Landfall event to show some people who may not have played it yet what it is. Essentially, whenever a land enters a battlefield under your control, you exile the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it in your hand. If it's a creature, you put it on the bottom and you get a 1/1. And then if it's a non-creature, non-land, put a card on the bottom, and then each player loses 1 and you gain 1. Or each opponent, sorry. And I know that I played Jund in the last event. However, that was an aggro deck. And today, I'm playing something different. This is a deck that was given to me by a previous patron, Noxos Backwards, and I really liked it. I played it a little bit on stream, and I thought it was pretty fun for what it did. However, there's some unfortunate news. I've read a little bit on the Magic Arena subreddit, and apparently this format is already solved. This came out earlier today. It's 6 p.m. for me. It came out, you know, decent little bit ago. However, apparently everyone's just playing Mono Red Calamity, so I don't know if this deck will do well against it. I'm hoping it still does fine, but who knows? Anyway, this deck is kind of sacrifice-based, kind of. It wants stuff to die, but it doesn't have all of the cards that it could. That said, I did want to play the deck exactly as was given to me. So we're playing 4 Fanatical Firebrands. This is actually really great because we can hit pesky 1/1s, especially if there are a lot of those annoying Calamity decks running around. But also, you can use it in conjunction with Journey to Eternity to immediately be able to get this to flip, and you can start getting a lot of value there. And then, of course, you have the ability to block things that maybe have lifelink and then sack it, yada, yada, yada. We have 2 Divest and 2 Duress. Duress hits annoying non-creature things, which I guess in this format is actually good because of Calamity decks. And then Divest allows you to get rid of creatures, especially things like Chandra's Spitfire, I think is what it's called. I don't know. Shock kills things. Cool. Highland Game gains us life, which is probably going to matter. Also, it has 2 power, so it can be able to actually trade up with like a 1/2 instead of just being able to die to a 1/1 or whatever. 2 Angrath Rampage, bit slow, but you know, in this format, possibly still fine to sacrifice a creature. 3 Midnight Reapers, I might actually not like in this specific format if it holds true that they are just teaming with annoying aggro decks, but being able to draw cards is very helpful. Playcrafter, sacrifice stuff. Once again, very similar to Angrath Rampage, might not be as important in this. However, it does mean that we have plants to sacrifice as well, so, you know, if our opponent doesn't have a cluster of plants, and we have a plant, we can play this, and we essentially upgrade our plant into a 3/2. 2 Judiths in this format seems fine. You're making your plants a little bit bigger. Of course, she doesn't count when non-tokens die, but it's still fine. Chandra plus Judith or Poison Tip Archer is just hilarious. Obviously, there are some cards that aren't in the deck, but that's neither here nor there. You get to make some dudes, and then with those dudes, you hit dudes, and then they die, and you get value out of them dying. Journey to Eternity is just fun value stuff that you can keep getting back, whatever. 2 Rekindling Phoenix, it blocks for literal days, and it can attack in the air. Poison Tip Archer is the MVP of this deck, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss this card. I didn't get to play with it very often because Abzan Aristocrats just wasn't as good as Jund Aristocrats or Mardu Aristocrats because Judith is real strong, and now Mayhem Devil is real helpful. So that said, it does have Death Touch itself, which is nice, and you just get to drain your opponent, which is great. Eldest Reborn, very similar to Playcrafter, might not be as important in this metagame specifically, but I do want to play this deck because I did have a bunch of fun with it. However, I'm not sure how well it'll do in a normal environment, so I wanted to see how it does here. And then, of course, Cavalier of Night. We sack one of our annoying things that we don't care about, and then we get to kill something that has life like that's pretty good. This is the mana base. It's a mana base, I think, of 23? No, 24. That seems fine. Priest Forgotten Gods, Mayhem Devil, Moldervine Reclamation, and Liliana were all not in the deck that was given to me. However, I could definitely see an argument for putting in some Priests instead of the Angrath Rampage. Mayhem Devils somewhere. Honestly, like, Midnight Reaper doesn't feel as necessary. So I'd say, like, cut out one of these and one Playcrafter for Mayhem Devil. Moldervine Reclamation is, for this metagame specifically, I might actually bring this in if we're just losing a lot, instead of Eldest Reborn. And then Liliana is something that if you wanted to go super long, you'd be able to. So, I've not played at all. I did want to say that I read about what some people's experience has been with this format already. So, I wanted to make sure that was clear, so nobody was thinking like, he's cherry-picking decks. Well, this is a hand. I'm phlegmy today. I don't know why. It's possible that it's the humidity because, is real humid today? I mean, I guess I'll keep... I don't like the idea of hurting myself, but at the same time, like, oh, interesting. Oh, right. Sure. I actually would have preferred that, I think. So my opponent knows that we're at least Jund. They're on blue-black. They're on Esper. Are they just on normal Esper Control? Possibly. I assume they take the Sharon here. Yeah, Sharon I think is what makes the most sense. Oh, cool, I got a black source. Playing the black source makes my opponent know more information, but I'd rather just not lose any life. Alright, keep hurting them, I guess. And I just smoke with these. They might die to a Cry the Canarium. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Because if these gets cried, then this won't get cried, or at least it's less likely. Oh, Tomebound Lich. Interesting. So I can kill this. Take my turn, though. It's Plant Gang. So this is fine. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have Cry the Canarium. Seems decent in this format, actually. Should I just be playing, like, some sort of control? So that goes in their hand, sure. Oath of Kaya on my Midnight Reaper. That's fine. Sure. So now they can attack me. They chose not to, that's fine. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Summit. Sure, thanks. I'll play a Midnight Reaper. I will shock the Tomebound Lich. Sack the Firebrand, hitting the Tomebound Lich, drawing me a card. Another land. It's possible I should have removed some amount of land from this because of the trigger. Discover, sure. So Surveil is interesting because it can kind of control what's on top. It's possible they messed that up and didn't realize that they were drawing. I missed what happened. Oh, Elder Spell. My opponent just took a normal hero deck into this format. Like, my man's literally has the Elder Spell in this format. Seems strange. I mean, for what it's worth, you know, I'm the one at 13, so. Here, I'm just gonna keep playing this stuff. Let's play this tapped. Yes, take more damage. these Midnight Reapers. I have all 3 of them. Had all 3 of them. Another Eldest spell? Okay, well, kind of would prefer them to have drawn that, but, you know, whatever. Hopefully they don't have a board wipe. They do, but, you know, it's fine.
Living in a monastery full of firebrands? It's awesome. Don't worry, I brought company.
Oh, right, non-token. Okay. I was really confused at first. I don't think I care about that, like, at all. Well, that doesn't help. That does. Because I can just get... Oh, wait. Never mind, my opponent's dead. I found it, chat. I found it. Because I can force myself to... Never mind. Shut up. For some reason, I thought... Shut up. Everything's fine. Shut up. So I did that so that my opponent doesn't have access to any of their spells out of the graveyard. Now, I assume they're going to play Tomebound Lich here. I need to have the top of my library. After I play a land, I need the top of the library to either be a non-creature, or I need to draw, like, a burn spell, my last Firebrand, right? Okay, I don't have an exile zone. My last Firebrand, Judith. Judith helps. Poison Tip Archer is fine as well. No! You've gone up to 2. Sure. So I can stack this how I want. My opponent's at functional 3, which isn't great. But I'm going to scry first. I wish I had drawn that card. Damn it, I can put my opponent... Ah, I hate it. See, if I'd attacked first, then I would have drawn that, but I couldn't have known. Because Judith... Well, I guess Judith wouldn't have mattered anyway. No, it was correct. It was correct to attack first, all the time. Let's push them down to 2. That dies. Ugh. Yeah, I'll keep that on top just to deal the 1 damage. Then I'll attack. They have to block my Midnight Reaper. Fuck. That was the worst draw. If I had attacked first, I would have won. Okay, yeah, you can flip that. I mean, my opponent's still at 1, right? Like, they still die. If I get a single spell. Yeah, have fun thought erasing me. I got stone nothing. Oh wait, I also just have a plant. Plant Gang Unite. Well, that worked. It's a land from Zendikar, but it's not a cup island, so I don't give a shit. I am gonna modify this somewhat. Do one of those. I'm actually gonna do like one of these. I don't think I need Playcraft there. And one of these. Nope. Actually, you know what? I feel like we can probably drop a land. Sure, let's try that. And the reason I dropped a land is because of the... I hope that edited the deck. I actually don't know if it did. I guess it did. Everything's fine, shut up. But because of the fact that some of our landfall triggers are just going to get lands into our hand anyway, I figured we can probably go with one fewer lands. This ugly Chandra is everywhere. Older Chandra... Well, other Chandra is better. I get to go first. I can have this out on turn 1. This on turn 2 if I have to. Otherwise, I can just play like this. Yeah, it seems fine. Clear the board. Nope. SM Orc. What is my hair, dude? I like need to go back to the fucking hair cutter, man. I need to get my fucking do like totally did, man. Bro, I got a plant, dude. Gonna be smorking for that 2 on turn 2, man. Yeah. My beard is also fucked. I need to trim it. But I ain't got no time for that. Might be a Calamity deck. Yeah, this is a Calamity. Okay. You wanna play rough? Okay. You fucking cockroaches. Yeah, it's fine. They might kill my Firebrand. I could have theoretically held up my Firebrand to hit something else, but... Yeah, so... I mean, they spent 2 damage to deal 1 damage to my creature. That's fine. The fuck was that? More plants! Plant Gang Unite. I might need Planeswalker removal. So I think I'm going to keep the Rampage for right now. If I can get up to 5, that'll be pretty good. Because this is a creature. It's not a token creature. Or a non-token creature. I need to paint my nails. They're starting to get long. Steamkin, sure. Alright, you have a plant now. Ember Hauler, sure. I'll block. I don't want to land. Anything but a land is fine here. I would prefer a creature. That's fine. I'd love for this to survive so that I can play this on the following turn. That'd be great. I do think I played this before I played this. So yeah, this is just mono red. Ugh. Ugly Chandra sleeve. Ugly Chandra avatar. Just uncultured swine. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to sack their Ember Hauler to kill my token. I'm like, what? Is this like stock mono red? Did they change anything about this deck? Experimental Frenzy. Like, I feel like Experimental Frenzy is not terribly great in this. So, I don't have a way to kill any of their creatures, but that's fine. I would like a non-land here so I can ping them or have another blocker. Anything but that would have been great. I had 3 options, got the worst one. Luckily, even if Cavalier does end up dying, I get something out of the transaction. Looks like it's exiled, which I doubt my opponent's playing exile removal. I'm at 11, so I do need to actually gain this life back. But if my opponent's smart, then what they'll do is, with the Ember Hauler, they'll keep it back to block. Okay, they're just going to kill it with a Lightning Strike now. Sure. Opponent's on 3 cards. Get this back. So if I have to, I can use this. But I'd rather play a Moldervine first. Let's see what my opponent has. Okay, so I lose another life. Which signals their good old-fashioned Spectacle. So, for what it's worth, Spectacle... See, I don't get Frenzy in this. I'd take one here. Now, I'd really like a creature to pop out of this land. Hell yeah, bud. Cool. Okay, so my opponent can't play cards from their hand. They can only play Experimental Frenzy cards, but they... Not, like, I don't see how Experimental Frenzy is good in this format at all. Okay, you're a Firebrand, sure. Okay. Yeah. You target my Firebrand, I target your plant. Then you attack me with your 2/2, and I block with my plant, and I gain life, and I draw a card. Divest. Don't really need Divest. Yeah, I block easily. I gain a life and draw another card. Good thing Skullcrack's not in this form. Oh, hell yeah, my bud. Let's do one of these. I mean, 4, 6. Definitely want this. So it's 7. I said 6 because I'm stupid. So I could do like Highland Game, Midnight Reaper, Rampage. Divest doesn't matter. They might, I mean, they might get rid of this at the end of turn, but like, I don't care. So let's just do this now. Force you to sack a creature. They can't Wizard's Lightning me from their hand. They could if it's on top, but yo, Moldervine Reclamation. Ever see water burn? My opponent taking a lot of time. Call, motherfucker. Alright, sure. Well, buy that lightning strike that you could have used to burn my face. So my shields technically are down. So that's 1 dabblage, or 2 dabblage. So I'm down to functional 7. I can block that with my Highland Game, gaining 2 life and drawing a card. Never mind. Don't mind another one. So they shock my Midnight Reaper. I draw 2 cards, I'm even on life, I go down to 8. Then next turn, I guess I just play Highland Game and Poison Tip Archer. So I haven't really lost much life this turn at all. I think I'd rather have a creature. So if it's not a creature on top, I'm just going to dump it. It's not a creature. Also wasn't a creature, but sure. Highland Game. Do I want Phoenix? Do I want Poison Tip Archer? I think I'd rather have Phoenix. So luckily I'm still at 9. I do want to go ahead and... I see why they played Experimental Frenzy now. But yeah, I mean they're full on like top deck mode. Okay, that's gone. You get a little plant. Plant gang unite. Sure. Once again, I'm pretty okay on my blocks. Chain Whirler. Less okay on my blocks. But I'm gaining some life. Another Phoenix is nice. I'd rather trade. 2-5. Yeah, I'd rather trade. If they find a way to kill this as well, then, like, it was going to happen regardless. But I gain another life. Draw another card. Oh, and this gets sacked, right? Hell yeah, so if this survives, I get another card. No, you bastard. I still get to gain life. And this actually says, like, gain 2. Monster. Okay. At 8, this is another gain 1. Chandra, you already attacked, luckily. You have no mana.
I learned a bunch of new burn spells to try on you.
You have no mana. You seriously about the -2? Okay.
Find your fires of passion within.
Shut up, Chandra. Hey, we have a plant. Plant gang. Let's go. This is just each opponent. We definitely want Chandra. Then I have 6 left.
Anyone need a match? No.
6?
Too bad.
Is there anything in here that I want to cast? I mean, technically I could cast Angrath Rampage to force them to sack their Chandra. And then I'd have 4. That's not great. Poison Tip Archer just deals to opponents. I don't get to gain life. Their Chandra can, like, burn the shit out of me, so I kind of... Alright. I'm gonna go Game and Phoenix. I guess I technically should have done this first.
Go get 'em, buddies.
But this does gain me life as well. Obvious block. Obvious block. I mean, I'm still at 10. This is pretty interesting, so we're gonna drop this. Okay, so my opponent is likely going to play, like, light up the stage. I'm still at 10, so I'm in an okay position. This is a nail biter, if I've ever seen one. This is pure unmodified mono red, and the Experimental Frenzy, for what it's worth, it has been helping them. I was incorrect. However, I think a lot of it was because.
Yeah, I like to think on my feet.
That doesn't seem as good as it could have been. So if they play a Chain Whirler, okay. So they've been kind of lucky with that.
You're gonna get burned.
Jesus. So I assume one of them is going to kill my Chandra, because I'm back up to 15. Nope, they don't give a shit. Okay. Okay.
I don't have enough swears right now.
Did she say I don't have enough swears right now? I love it. I'm down to 6. I don't like being at 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, yikes. I feel like I do need the shock. So I think first I'm actually going to do this. Three, 4, 5. The Chandra would help a bunch. But I wouldn't be, even if this flips, it wouldn't have enough. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to do this. Interesting. I have two things. So I could play this and then play Chandra. No, I think it's correct to kill this Chain Whirler. And then play this and try and get a creature to block with. So my opponent has, sure. How many Chain Whirlers has my opponent gone through? 1. So only 3 of them, so my opponent still has 2 Chain Whirlers. Damn, most of the Lightning Strikes are at the bottom now, so that's been pretty helpful. My opponent has just had some pretty helpful situations. I mean, this Moldervine Reclamation has gained me much more than 7 life. I am certain of it. Why are games against mono red the grindiest fucking games? You know what? You know why? It's this. It's this stupid card right here that shouldn't exist. Okay, they're gonna do something to me. Light of the Sage, that makes sense. Luckily, they have to pay full price for it.
Mother Ludi always say, fight fire with fire.
So that's interesting, because they could have cast this first and used it to hit me. So I assume Firebrand? I mean, they can kill my Poison Tip Archer. Okay, cast a second one, sure. So that hits me. Yes, so that they can kill my archer. Okay. Do they have another skewer on top? Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm still alive. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna... Oh! No, this doesn't help me all that much. Because I can't attack with it immediately. So I'm definitely going to play Chandra. And I'm going to put Highland Game back into play.
Mostly.
Because I'm fairly certain I need to gain life. And I'm just going to do this.
Don't worry, I brought company. I'm burnt out.
That's helpful. The question, though, is do I kill my Firebrand first? I don't think I need to because I'm going to gain some life here. I'd love to see some shocks. Duress, sure, that's nice. Another Firebrand is nice to see. We are still holding on. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I need to dodge another Chain Whirler. I mean, they played another Frenzy, which means, like, if they want to cast anything from their hand, they have to... Oh! Never didn't have it. So next turn I would have... Like, my opponent wasn't able to deal with my board. Oh my god. That game should not have taken that long. But... Also, that wasn't even a meatball land. What kind of bullshit is that? Where are my fucking basic swamps? This isn't even the meatball land from Zendikar. It's the cube land. I mean, cube land, like, second best. But, in my opinion, Meatball Swamp, Cup Island... Fuck, I don't remember the name of my favorite Zendikar basics. Or what they look like. This is my favorite of the Zendikar basics. This is John Avon? Yeah. The Loop Mountain and... Fudge. There was the one forest. It was like kind of mystical. And like the trees were like kind of like in air, and like they like had rounded bottoms. Anyway, so that was the deck. Noxus backwards. That was a pretty fun deck. Works really nicely in Landfall. Just gonna pretend nothing just happened. It's fine. Yeah. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Zin, Rexel, Croft, and Furry God for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, you can find links to that down in the description below. Or you can press that join button, become a channel member today. But really, just pressing that like button really does help a lot. And that's, you know, one of the reasons I'm doing this like streak thing, but unfortunately, kind of dropped the ball on that Saga video. So unfortunately, we're back to square one on that, so... Yeah, we're at 0 out of 5. Just need 50 likes when I record next, and we'll be back on the streak. Anyway, enough of myself trying to essentially whoring myself out for my YouTube. Go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment to the comment section down below, pass the turn, and of it to some of your friends, and of course, until next time, I will be one.